there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking, for sharing this video so that this message gets out to other people, so that I know that my work is being disseminated out to the masses. Anyway, I do appreciate your love, your support, and returning to watch another video of mine. I do want to mention that I am available for personal readings, and that if you want to sign up for a Capella membership, you get exclusive access to guided meditations, daily guidance videos, and a whole bunch of other awesome benefits. I'm offering a 14-day free trial for some of my memberships of the lower tier, so that you can get a taste of what I offer that I do not put out on YouTube, to help to better prepare you guys for what's coming down the pike, because the collective is going to be going through some major changes. So it would benefit you if you feel called to sign up for a membership. You can cancel at any time. You want to try it out for 14 days and it doesn't work out for you, whatever, that's fine. If you want to keep it, that's fine too. It's very easy to cancel. If you already have a membership and you feel like you want to get more out of it, as I am going to be doing live streams for members only very soon. I'm going to make a bigger announcement about that later. So if you want to not have to be put on a list on my lives and be in a more intimate environment, and I can read, I'll pull more cards with those readings as well. It would benefit you to sign up for one of the memberships that includes access to my members only live streams. Okay, check out the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com for more information on my Capella memberships. You also get free access to my mobile app, where you can access all of the exclusive content there, and you can chat with me and other people, and go check out whatever else is there. All right, I wish you guys a wonderful week, a wonderful month. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you're doing awesome. I send you many blessings and much love, as I always do. I wish you an awesome weekend. Enjoy yourself. Go have some fun. It's time to celebrate life. I split the deck and we have the full card and 3 of Pentacles. All right. What we're going to do here, Gemini, is we're going to see what is going on with you at this time, what your obstacles are, what lessons you're learning from the situation to help you with your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. We're then going to get guidance from Spirit on how to best navigate these energies, what your wellness message is, what you need to let go of, and lastly, what is going on with love and relationships for you. All righty. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good what is going on with Gemini at this time. I'm seeing 4 of Wands and the Fool card and the Chariot. And what happens is you guys get the best card in the deck, and it's the Sun. Okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody who else is watching this, make sure you're honest with yourself. Honesty, truth. And keep your unhealthy ego at the door. All right, did I say that already? I don't know what I said. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Most of you do. So, for some of you, positive changes are here, okay? Things are going to be shifting in a more brighter, vibrant way. You're going to be living a more vibrant, abundant life. This is like a new beginning, but this is going to be a life that's going to be way more filled with way more happiness, vitality, life force energy. It's strong solar plexus energy for me. This is some of you have gone through some tremendous healing, and look what's at the bottom of the deck. Are you joking me, Spirit? I knew what card that was. It's the Tower. Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you have done some tremendous healing. And you know what the Sun card talks about? not just about being the best card in the deck, the happiest energy in the deck. This is about, for those who have completely done their healing and you know who you are because you're blissful 98% of the time on any given day. You feel happy no matter what happens in your life. You're not a victim. You go about life just understanding that things could be way worse, and God is always providing and protecting you, and God is always showing you the light. You've been following the light for a very long time. But this also talks about, because of all that, with the healing that you've done, you've fully healed your inner child. You are now coming from a place of the divine inner child. The distorted inner child is healed fully. You've gone back to your divine self, okay? You're no longer wounded from your childhood. You're no longer wounded from past lives or social conditioning or things like that. This is you no longer questioning God. When shit hits the fan, you don't say why. When things go wrong and people betray you and all this stuff doesn't work out in your favor, you stop asking why, because you know everything is for a purpose. And a lot of you have gone through a lot. But you're going to have everything under the sun now. It's going to be this amazing, beautiful, abundant, vibrant new life for you. That's going to come with true love, okay? So what I'm getting is that for some of you who've completed this healing journey, you're going to get the ultimate blessing of unconditional love. And this love here is the highest love of all. It's the agape, which is what I always talk about. That type of love is the more blissful, guys, not the eros love, not the romantic love. Agape is the most happiest, blissful love that you will ever have. Why? Because it is the one that is the most divine. It's at the violet flame frequency. So some of you are going to be receiving the ultimate gift from God, the ultimate blessing, the ultimate abundance. It's the ultimate everything. So maybe I should call it that. Some of you who've done your healing, you're getting the ultimate life here. The ultimate new everything. Okay? But you guys went through a lot to get here. This is what God blesses those people who were able to do, to complete this type of healing. And it is not easy. For others of you, this is also this is the counterparts, the light counterparts, as I call it, the twin flames. They're reconnecting. They're reuniting here. Because their inner child healing has been done. All their other healing has been done. And now God is bringing these two together. And they're going to have the ultimate new everything, the ultimate life together. It's the most blissful love connection in the history of your life. It's beautiful. There's this great purification that has completed. You've washed away all of this dark stuff, all of this dark energy. You flushed it out to make room for this light to come in. And because all of that has been flushed out, you're now radiating with this type of vitality and life force. And because you're radiating at this type of light, you are attracting the ultimate, right? And it's going to happen very fast. God is like, this life that you're living right now, Gemini, it's crashing down. And you're going to be living something completely different. Completely different. It's a huge, major shift but a major life blessing. All tower moments are blessings. I know people see the tower and they freak out. But here's the thing. When I started going through a lot of tower moments in 2019, I later on started to realize, oh, that's on me. God was trying to see that he has a better plan for me. And boy, did he have a better plan for me. It's not what I expected at all. But God had to intervene several times that one year to get me to stop repeating the same patterns. And when I fully surrendered and I started really working on my healing to be aligned with what God wants for me, it really shifted my perception about everything that I went through in life. So whatever else happens in my life, and I still get tower moments, but I look at it where it's a blessing. I was like, okay, God. I didn't expect that, but I trust in your plan. I trust in what you're doing. And when you have the ability to not freak out when you see a tower, you've got it made. You know you've done your healing when tower moments happen and you look at it as a blessing, no matter how crazy it is. The world could be crumbling down around you and you're like, wait a minute, I got this. I have way more power than this. God is bigger than my battles, right? God is bigger than my Goliath. So when you start looking at these tower moments like that, you won't be so affected by them. And you start to see that they're all blessings in disguise. Okay? But for some of you, this life that you're about to live, it's new beginnings all around. So that life that you're living right now, it's coming to an end. Because now God is coming in to bring you something even better. And again, this is God coming in because it's an ace. It's a gift from God. It's the ultimate blessing. Okay? God is doing this, so God should be given all the glory. You did your part, and God's now doing the rest of this to bring about this life in your direction. And it's going to shift fast. This tower energy has been lingering around for weeks. And I think for Geminis especially, this keeps kind of showing up, right? And I think Leo got a tower card showing up this week as well. So maybe you've got like Leo and Gemini in your chart. So if you've got that and you keep seeing the tower coming up, then yeah, something's about to really, really, really change. Your life is going to take a drastic turn, but for the better, all right? So, and then there's the hangman at the top. See, Pisces keeps showing up in Gemini readings. I know there's a Gemini Pisces dynamic. What I just heard is literally for like some of you here, if you're dealing with a Pisces, they're telling me Pisces sun. This Pisces sun is no longer stuck. There are no more delays. There's no more hesitation. This is not for everybody, okay? So this Pisces sun that some of you are dealing with, God is freeing them from this nut. And they're also ready for this new beginning, okay? What also is with this card, for others of you, delays are over. Things weren't happening. Things weren't moving forward. You felt like you're stuck, but you realize, you know what? God's doing a good thing here. And when nothing is going on in your life, guys, that's when God is doing the hardest to bring about this Ace of Cups, this Sun card. So keep in mind, guys, when you feel like you're in a stuck situation or like nothing is going on, there's like a pause, okay? When you get a pause in your life and nothing's moving, nothing's happening, this is what's going on behind the scenes. God is bringing this to you, okay? God has to do a lot of work for you to have this, but you also have to be in alignment to have it. So I'm hearing delays are over. Things are no longer going to be in limbo. Things are no longer going to be suspended. It's all coming to an end. The others of you, it's time to really work on your healing. like fully. Fully, fully, fully. Self-love is going to be your main focus here. You're going to start really leveling up with your healing and really loving yourself first. This is about finding your bliss, your happiness. These are bliss cards. There's a lot of bliss surrounding this reading, Gemini. I was going to say Gail. That's kind of interesting. If your name's Gail, this is a very important message for you. Okay? So, not that it isn't important for anybody else, but somebody named Gail really needs to hear this. Your bliss is found within. Your happiness is found within. You are going to go out there and find your holy grail and understand what truly fills your cup. It's not a job. It's not romance. Like I said, that is not the ultimate relationship. It is not the most blissful relationship. It is agape love. That is the one. But you got to be in vibrational alignment with that. And it starts with loving yourself first. If you want this type of connection with someone, if you want the ultimate happiness in life, you want the ultimate vibrant, abundant life, then you have to be radiating that. You have to fill that up in your heart chakra. You got to be vibrating at the agape level to receive that. Okay? So some of you, this is really about you focusing fully on filling your cup. You cannot have the love that you want in your life if you're not being the love. You're not acting like that love. You're not pouring that type of love to other people. You can't just pour that love out to your counterpart or your romantic partner. You got to be pouring it out to everybody, and it's unconditional. That's why true love is so freaking hard to get. It's about patience and acceptance and forgiveness and understanding and compassion. You've got to unconditionally love people if you want the highest love of all. That's why so many people don't have it. That's why so many people don't experience it. And a lot of that has to do with your healing, especially with transforming that distorted inner child into the divine inner child. You feel the love for yourself. You reparent yourself. You start loving yourself if you felt like you weren't loved as a child or whatever else happened in your childhood. Okay? That's got to be completely cleared out if you want to have this ultimate life, this ultimate blissful relationship. It starts with you. And when you start pouring things into your own cup, you start filling yourself up with the love, divine love of God, everything starts to shift. You see more of a world full of color. Like, look at all these fish, all these different type of fish. Look at how colorful these cards are. Your world becomes brighter. Your world is full more with color, and you start to see things differently. You start to see that the love is all around you, Gemini. When you start to love yourself, you're always surrounded by love. It does not come from somebody else. It comes from you first. You've got other people who love you, but you don't really want to look at that. And maybe they give you tough love or something. You've got nature. You've got your guides, your angels, and God who love you. It's like people going around, woe is me, nobody loves me, I'm abandoned, I'm rejected. People tend to forget about God, especially when your relationships aren't going right. And you're just like, nobody wants to love me, nobody finds me attractive, nobody finds me this, nobody finds me that. God loves you regardless. Where is God in all of this? This is for somebody here. When you realize that and you start to fill yourself up with God's love, that's when things start to shift, okay? So God's trying to intervene here to get you to see this for others of you. Do some self-reflection and start looking within yourself and saying, I'm going to start loving myself now. I'm going to just Let this tower crumble. This life that I'm living, it isn't for me. I'm not happy. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel rejuvenated. I don't feel at peace. God's coming in. I'm going to let that fall away. Let it fall away, Gemini. Because God's doing a new thing. He's bringing you this. But you have to get to this on your own. You have to be this inside. The healing has to be done. All right? You may feel things are stuck, but you are the one putting yourself in this net. God tells you to stop swimming to that pier because the fishermen are there and you're going to get caught. You got caught this time, Gemini. And now you're like, oh, shit. Wow, it's pouring outside all of a sudden. I'm hearing somebody's crying, but it's crying tears of joy is what I'm hearing. They're so happy right now that they're crying tears of joy. That's what I'm getting. Anyway, somebody feels very liberated. So if you were told not to go by that fishing pier and the fisherman caught you, did God tell you not to go by the pier? You feel stuck. That's your mentality. You're not really stuck. This also is telling you to take a pause, self-reflect, start looking internally, saying, what am I going to do to make myself happy? I can free myself out of this net. Yeah, God told me not to go to the pier. I got caught. But you know what? I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'll find my own happiness. And God's going to help you with that. But you got to ask God for the help. You got to ask your angels for the help. God will release you from this. But for now, this is a time of, this is a period of pause. Take a time out and start really looking at what is truly going to make you happy. And it is not a relationship. It is not a salary. It is not a job right now. And while you're going through your healing phase, you're going to release the outcome. This mermaid could very well be representative of an outcome. And you're holding on to that for dear life. You want it, you don't want it to escape. But your outcome is very different than what God has for you. So you got to let that out of the net. You have to understand that God has something greater for you. And it's what some of you are about to receive with this Ace of Cups and this Sun card. But you got to take a time out. You got to look at this from a different angle here. Ask yourself, why don't I feel as happy? Are you loving yourself? Are you taking care of yourself first, your happiness? Are you doing things that make you happy instead of trying to make other people happy? Are you holding on, expecting a particular outcome and it's not working out because are you doing your work? Are you doing your healing? Are you loving yourself first? Is your cup full, Gemini? Go look within yourself. Do you feel empty? You're responsible for filling that up. And God is the one who's going to fill that up. And then you'll feel whole. You'll feel renewed and rejuvenated. You feel more purposeful. You'll feel more happier and more blissful and more content. You'll feel more full of life. This is also just during this time of pause, you're just going to go with the flow. While healing takes a long time, know that God is doing his work. He's always doing his work. Your angels are always doing their work. All the time. So it's time to recalibrate. It's time to do some chakra healing. It's time to get back into balance. It's time to start looking at the world differently. That's why I said, when you have this flowing through you, you see the world more full of color. You see the world in a different light. And you start realizing, I've never been stuck. I'm not captured by this net. I can be free if I want to be free. Right? Let's see what the obstacle here is. What is the obstacle for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Holy crap. It's another major. It's the Justice card. And the stars at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. Okay, so those of you who have healed your distorted inner child, there's new prosperous beginnings here. Miracles are happening. Blessings are coming in. Your wish has been granted. Beautiful things are now coming to you. You've learned your karmic lessons. You live life more about in balance. And we just talked about balance when I was talking about the hangman. Even the hangman doesn't necessarily talk about balance, but it is part of it. Some of you, you started living your life's purpose, your mission. You understood that everything that you had gone through was to get you to the sun. You understood the consequences of your actions. And you stopped repeating the same karmic patterns. Again, you learned from your karmic lessons. Some of you were thinking, that's unfair. That's not right. Where's my justice? Where's this? I want this to be balanced out. I want the truth. I want this. I want this to be rectified. Well, guess what? God is the one who runs the Justice Department, not us, not anybody else. God knows what's fair. We sometimes think we don't. It may not look fair to us, but it's fair to God. And if you keep repeating the same karmic lessons, you're not learning from what God is trying to get you to understand, to try to learn, to stop doing, then you will repeat that, and then you will suffer the consequences of your actions. It's that simple. Right? You get what you put in. If you're doing the same thing over and over, and you're getting the same thing over and over, are you learning? Probably not. There's a lesson in that. That's fair. Okay? So some of you, you understood this. And you ended up having more faith in God, more faith in your life. That's purification and rejuvenation. Again, this is a total renewal for some of you. This is about showing the world the real you, because that's Aquarius energy. You're not afraid to be vulnerable. You're not afraid of the truth. You understand that the consequences of your actions. You know that when you're living a life full of truth and you're your integrity and you're honest with yourself and others, and you're speaking, living, breathing truth here, you are being your true, authentic self. And all these beautiful things start to flood into your life. Because the truth is of God. And when you're living that truth, when you're speaking that truth, then God gives you the truth. He gives you what is due to you. He gives you what is fair. So now some of you, justice will be restored. You're going to get your karmic payout. Some of you, your mission is to speak the truth to others, to not be afraid of it, to teach others about what's fair, about what justice really means, about what the truth is. And that's for some of you what God has wanted to do with your mission work. And some of you have completed that. It's like you overcame that distorted child with listening to what everybody else said. And as a child, you knew things were off. And you were like, no, I believe in this and I believe in that. But your parents or friends or coworkers, that's not real. That's not the truth. That's not this. That's not that. And every time you wanted to be your authentic self or live your truth, like were reminded of that from childhood, and you didn't live that type of life. And for some of you, you started to realize that like that truth that God reveals to you is your truth. And so because of that, you're going to get your karmic rewards because you've learned your karmic lessons, because you're now living your truth. It's truth right here again with the sun. You feel liberated because you understand what your truth is and you're living it now. And you're able to speak it. You're not afraid of it. And you're not afraid of what anybody else says either. So God is now giving back to you what you've put into the universe. There's a restoration here. I'm hearing justice is served. Justice is being served. And you believed in the impossible. You believed in what you didn't think could actually happen in your life. You believed in miracles. And now God is going to show you how he works miracles in your life. The others of you, because this is a challenge, because it's an obstacle, you got to stop blaming others for wrongdoings or your misgivings. Blame doesn't get anybody anywhere, Gemini. Okay? There's about having more faith in humanity, because that's Aquarius energy. Aquarius is humanity. This is about releasing that negativity, that everything is hopeless, that nothing will come of the situation. You don't feel inspired. You don't feel invigorated. You don't feel like, you can be a beacon of light to the world. You don't feel like you'll amount to anything. You could be like, again, putting that blame game, blaming people, things, situations for stuff not going right in your life. Okay? Again, some of you, this is stemming from an inner child thing. You could be having to do some father healing, mother healing. Some of you, not all of you. You got to stop feeling like a victim too. You're not a victim in life. You're supposed to be the victor. Okay? You gotta let go of this negativity and this hopelessness. You gotta have more faith in yourself and other people and in life. This is another healing card. Those of you with injustices, saying life isn't fair, all of this stuff, the blame game, feeling guilty, either you're feeling guilty or you want other people to feel guilty for what they've done to you or something like that. You got to let that go. You got to stop with the self-guilt. You got to let go of that guilt. Let go of the blame on yourself, on other people. When you are in that energy that makes you feel like a victim, because it makes you feel powerless, when you really aren't powerless. You're supposed to be this star, this beacon of light, this unique individual that God created. You got to be your true self, all right? And again, with the consequences of your actions. When we feel victimized, we put that on ourselves. Why? Because we give our power away when we feel like that. You have way more power than you realize. You got to stop giving it away. And you got to stop blaming other people for your pain and your suffering, for things that don't go right. I need that person to do right by me. I want justice. I want the truth. But you know what? God's going to be the one to prepare that person to give you that truth. I know I got caught in that. I was wishing, hoping, praying to God, and it has to do with my counterpart. I was like, I just want the truth. That's it. I even wrote it in an email, and I didn't get it for a very long time. And every now and again, I would kind of, my vibration would dip, and I'd be like, I just want the truth, God. That's all I'm asking for. I don't want anything else but that. But then God told me, is that really the basis of this? There's more to this than you getting the truth or having the justice done unto you. And I started to see the truth in that. I was like, this is about restoration of my faith. This is about restoration of my soul. I need to be in my truth. I need to be healing myself. I don't need the truth from somebody else. I need to understand my truth, and I need to be in my integrity. That's what I started to realize. And then I understood that in due time, the truth will be revealed to me with regards to this, my counterpart, that is. Other truths were being revealed to me during my healing phase. A lot of stuff about my childhood, a lot of stuff about my relationships. I started realizing why I felt like so betrayed by people, why people would treat me the way that they were treating. And I used to blame all these things going on. Why does this keep happening to me? Again, you would laugh if you ask my family members. I even have a button with Garfield that says this. And all it says is why. I was the child that always asking, not because I was inquisitive. It was more of like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why, God? I would ask, God, why? What's going on? Why? And God said, do you understand what you're doing? That was a huge revelation to me. That's a big truth that came to me. And then I started to realize, you know what? God will reveal the truth to me in due time. And I got to stop blaming myself and other people and situations and all of that stuff. And when I stopped feeling like a victim, do you know how much was cleared from my energies? I became a completely different person. And I was always in my truth. I found purpose from the pain. I found purpose from the blame, from the guilt, from the injustices. I gained a lot more wisdom from all of those things. This is what God wants some of you to understand. But a lot of you have to do a tremendous amount of healing still. The others of you, you've completed this. There is going to be a huge truth revealed to you. And it's going to be a miracle. You're going to look at it as a miracle because you probably thought, based on what I was saying, where all I asked was for the truth, that the only thing that I haven't gotten the truth on was from my counterpart. But I've been patient and I've just continued to do my mission work and to teach others to be their authentic selves, to stand in their integrity, to be purposeful, to be following their mission, to have faith in everything, to believe in miracles, to believe in the impossible, to go after their dreams and to not be in that distorted child energy thinking that I can't amount to anything. And you probably have some childhood traumas about parents telling you you won't do shit, or there's no way you can be the singer, or that you could be a star literally, or something, that you wouldn't be anyone. That is total crap. You can't believe in that stuff. Same thing that happened to me, that I had to believe that I could make things possible in life, but I had to believe in my dreams and believe in the impossible. And with the truth thing, that's the only thing that hasn't come in yet. But I know in God's timing, it will be revealed. There is a truth coming in for some of you. There is illumination of this truth. It's got to be, you're going to gain clarity. Thank you, Spirit. The stars are now aligned for this reconnection of these counterparts to occur, for this truth to come in, for this clarity to come in. For some of you, that's like the last piece of this in your journey. This is also going to be a test of your faith, because when this God honest truth comes in, God is going to see if you're going to be able to handle it. God's going to get you to, got to try to see, are you going to fall back into despair? Are you going to go back to your 3D self? Are you going to undo all the healing that you've done? Because for those who are super ready, when this truth comes in, when this is revealed to you, when this is, you gain this clarity, you're not going to get triggered. It's not going to faze you. It's not going to affect you. You're not going to feel victimized by it. And you're not going to put any blame or guilt on you or the person who's coming in with that truth. If you pass that test, you will get the ultimate. Everything. To include the ultimate love relationship, which is the true love one. Okay? Let's see what the lesson is. Let's see what else comes out. We've got 2 major arcana here, guys. Major life transitions, major life situations, occurrences, whatever you want to call it. Lesson. Oh, my Lord. Look what comes out. We've got a 3rd major. Now the Tower and the Ace of Cups come out. It was at the bottom of the deck for what's going on. All right? What else can I say? The lesson for some of you is self-love. Oh, also listening and trusting your intuition. As I said, when we're talking about understanding the consequences of your actions, when your intuition tells you not to do something or to do something, do you do it or do you not listen? And what happens is when you don't listen, God intervenes. This is exactly what I was talking about my year in 2019. I had a lot of this stuff happen. And they were blessings. Every tower was a blessing because God was telling me, Jess, this is not the path I want you to be on. And because where I'm at now, it's blissful. I'm 98% of the time blissful. I'm at peace. I've never experienced so much peace in my life, guys. I've left so much behind to have this. This is what God ultimately tests us with. Are we going to leave all of that behind to have this type of life? And when we're not listening to our intuition, God's like, guys, I need to come in because you're veering off the path. This is course correction. This is God saying, this isn't part of your plan. This isn't part of your blissful life. So God removes things. This also includes people. Okay? I lost every friend that I have. Okay? Not literally. God just pulled them out because they weren't part of this life that I was about to live. I needed to be surrounded by positivity, optimistic people. People who weren't Debbie Downers, people who were down in the dumps, people who were like victims, okay? Blaming everyone and everything, blaming God, who knows what. God took all those people away because they were affecting my abundance, my ultimate life here. For some of you, that could be resonating with you. And when I started to listen to my intuition, I had more positive things happen in my life. I had more bliss. It's the craziest thing, guys. And it's just me. It's just me. I don't really have any friends. I mean, I've got like a few, but I don't interact with anybody in the physical here, with the exception of my son, but my son's on his vacation. It's been me and only me, and sometimes when my son's here, my son, and then my cat. That's it. And I'm still blissful. I still enjoy my life. I'm still a very happy person. You should be able to tell with my energies. If you watch my other readings, you watch my lives, you can feel my energy. Energy is not a lie. Vibes do not lie. And there's one cup here. And I always have this full. It's my cup. It's not my counterpart's cup. It's not my son's cup. Nobody else's cup. It's mine. And I make sure it's full all the time. And I know that love is always around me. And I know that God always loves me. And I'm always making sure that I'm overflowing with this divine love of God. But it comes from me first. And when I pour that back out, I know God's going to bring in like a tsunami of abundance in, or a tsunami of other love that comes in, and I feel it. I even feel it more so from my spirit team. It's like this leveling up or something with that type of divine love. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what they're telling me. Maybe it is, because that's what they're saying to me. So, lessons for some of you. You can't avoid the inevitable. When we don't listen to what God is telling us and we don't trust that, there's more destruction in our life. There's more being pulled, the rug being pulled underneath us, right? You guys had that in your reading the other week. Or was it last week? Whenever it was. God will continue to throw monkey wrenches into your life until you start listening to what he tells you. This is also for some of you. He's been telling you to do your healing, to focus on self-love. First and foremost, again, there's a lot of healing in this. You want the sun with the Ace of Cups? You need to be living like it. You need to have that in your heart space. Again, understanding the consequences of your actions. Some of you didn't listen. Tower after tower after tower. This is another warning for some of you. Some of you being redirected. You got to be focusing on your healing on a daily basis. You got to be focusing on nurturing yourself, healing your heart chakra. A lot of you, your heart chakra has got to be cleared. And if you're dealing with a divine counterpart, a twin flame here, that has to be fully free and clear of any negativity, any darkness before you are ready for harmonious sacred union. It's about harmonious energies. Harmony is peace. It's balance. It's bliss. It's unconditional love. It's idyllic peace. But you gotta be in that energy first before you can experience that in a relationship, before you can have that surround you in your life. Start taking care of your heart space first. True love doesn't come to you when you don't do that work. And you don't love yourself first, and you don't find what makes you happy first. You got to stop being dependent on other people for your happiness, and you got to stop blaming other people for pain, for not being happy. That's got to go. It's got to go. You're trying to resist an end from happening. But if God keeps throwing these things into your life, it's time for you to listen to that, because God's plan is better than your plan. That's just the truth of it all, guys. God's plan is the best plan. And I can't be any more grateful for everything that I've gone through, because I wouldn't have the life that I have now. And I know this is not the end for me. I know there are better things coming. I've been through it. but I've still maintained my happiness through it all. And people think I'm crazy. For those who know a little bit of what I've been going through, because one day I will give my testimony. And I know people are going to be very shocked. How did you maintain that peace and that bliss when you were going through all of that? You'll see. Eventually, you guys will see. But you can't avert disaster anymore. You have to stop resisting. And you've got to stop stalling. Okay? You're delaying the inevitable. It's part of God's plan. God's got something better for you. And for some of you, it's time for you to really focus on your healing. Hermits at the bottom of the deck. You guys got this paralyzing fear about being alone, about isolating yourself from the world and really doing some introspection, doing the work, okay? But God does his greatest work in isolation. He does. Why do you think I've been by myself for years? Okay? I even have family members. They're perplexed by the fact that I haven't been in a relationship in a very, very long time. And that I am as much as peace that I'm in the peace that I'm at right now. And some of my family members, they know exactly what's going on in my life. And they're like, how is that possible? All things are possible through God. If I wouldn't have gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be able to go through what I'm going through right now. But it's the most amazing thing when through destruction, through chaos, through struggle, when you can stand on your own 2 feet through it all. It's kind of like standing in the middle of a hurricane, right? You're in the eye of the hurricane and you've got all this stuff, all the debris, all the palm trees, all the pieces of wood, or a tornado even flying around you. I had a dream about that once. I was in the middle of a tornado and God told me to get my son. And we were running down a street and he said, stop. And then there was this bubble that covered us. But I was the one who created the bubble. God said, stay still and use your power. And I used my power and I created this shield. It wasn't a bubble. It was like some orb or something. I created a shield for me, my son. I was hugging my son and I saw people flying around. I saw all this destruction. It was crazy. It was crazy. And God says, just stay still and stay in your power. Remain your balance. Stay optimistic because you're protected. You're going to be fine. But I created that shield. And he's like, it's going to be over soon. And then it stopped. And we were the only survivors. It's exactly what I'm going through now. But I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't be able to have that power if I wouldn't have gone through hermit mode. If I wouldn't have understood that I needed to pull myself away from the rest of the world. And God was protecting me from more destruction. He was protecting me, like I said, from lower vibrational people. Okay? He took all these people away from me. He told me to quit my career, all of these things, to give up a lot of stuff. But I wouldn't be the powerful person I am today without being in this hermit mode, without going into isolation, without learning my life's lessons to become that sage. Because now I'm able to teach others through my experiences. This is also for some of you that the Spirit is encouraging you to work with a mentor, a spiritual leader, someone who's already achieved spiritual mastery, because they're going to help guide you to get to that level of wisdom, to get you to get to that level of mastery spiritually. This is understanding what the light truly is in your life, but you got to go through the darkness to understand what that light is. It's the light of truth. It's the light of God, and that's there, right there. You're going to start to analyze everything that you've gone through, because Hermit is Virgo energy. Virgos are excellent analysts. They pay very close attention to the detail. I did that. And I had all of these revelations. Oh my God, the Hermit just wanted to fly out of my hands. I had all of these revelations, all of these epiphanies, all of these things. Illumination, right? Started to come to the surface because of this. And then I stopped being afraid of being alone, because I was afraid of being by myself too. I had this fear of it. I need to have somebody there, right? Not anymore. But that's because I went through a lot. That I went through hermit mode for her. I'm still in hermit mode in a sense. But you also can't be afraid of being yourself, of the wisdom that you already possess. Okay? And some of you, you're kind of afraid to show that with the world. You're afraid of shining your light. You're afraid of being your true, authentic self when you want to stay in hiding. No, I'm just going to stay in my cave. I don't want to come out of the cave. But you are here to show the world the real you, like I already said. Okay? The others of you are coming out of hermit mode. You've been in isolation for a while, or somebody you know is coming out of hermit mode. They've gained a lot of wisdom through this experience. Both of you have. It's the end of this. Okay? That's why the Tower is here. And as we already said, the ultimate blessing is being gifted to you by God. God is putting an end to this hermit mode that you've been in. And now you're going to be more out in the open. What I'm getting for some of you, because this is Leo energy, you may have Leo in your chart too, you're going to be more in the spotlight. You are going to be exalted. You're going to be shown to the world more, something like that. I know that didn't come out right, but I think you know what I'm talking about. God is going to make you an example, is what I'm hearing, based on everything that you've gone through with this hermit mode. With what you have learned about yourself, about the world, about your mission, that following the light was going to lead you to salvation, that following the light of truth, the light of God, was going to bring you to the sun. So God's like, no more of this. It's time for me to put you out there into the world. Some of you are literally going to become a star, because we did see the star. You're going to be well known for what you have been able to accomplish. That's another huge blessing that God is giving you. There is an overflow of abundance that is coming in for those of you who are ready, who've mastered spirituality. You've achieved that spirituality. You have gained a lot of wisdom through this isolation mode. You've stood the test of time. You have overcome a lot of trials and tribulations and obstacles and struggles and challenges, and you're still standing. But what God is now doing is that he's having this end, because you are now being blessed with with this ultimate life here. Wow. Oh my God. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is at the top of the deck. Material, emotional wealth. Idyllic peace. I talked about that. Those of you who've maintained your bliss. I mean, we've got bliss all over this freaking reading here. This is the highest vibration of all. This is agape level. This is violet flame. You maintain this level through everything. I said with that dream that I had, with that tornado, swirling around you, and you yourself created the protection because your vibration was that high. It gave you that power. That agape stuff comes from God. That's what gives you the power to go through stuff. And because you maintain that, as another blessing, you're going to have, this is a blending of families. This is union. This is the happily ever after. The divine relationship. I said, did I say in this reading? I don't know if I said in this reading, but you are also going to be an example with your counterpart of what a true divine couple is. That's part of your next assignment. Okay? You guys are getting the 10 of Cups. The others of you have to stop being in relationships that are inauthentic. There's still some family trauma that you have to heal. Okay? Might even be a divorce or something like that. But some of you think you're in these relationships where it's true love, or this is the love of a lifetime, but you know deep down inside they're not. Now, if you are a divine counterpart, if you're a twin flame, it's not right now. You're probably also thinking that if you're with a twin flame or something, well, this isn't what true love is. This is what is supposed to happen. It's so destructive. It's so chaotic. It's supposed to be like that. Newsflash. That's why it's so hard to be in. It's supposed to be difficult because acquiring the ultimate love is not easy to get. Alrighty, let's see what your guidance is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian series, please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do we have for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian series, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. See? Either way, guys, this tower is bringing a new beginning and this is necessary. You cannot avoid it anymore. See, she's naked. The vulnerability. This is happening for you to heal and for you to become your true authentic self, to not be afraid to show the world the real you, to not be afraid of that truth, let alone speaking it. All right, the sun. God is leading you to the sun with this new dawn. You can't, God has something better, okay? It said positive changes here. For some of you, the others of you, you're starting to realize God's like, I'm trying to bring you a new beginning, Gemini. Stop trying to stall. Stop trying to resist it. Father healing. I said something about family or father or mother healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to have. And some of you literally need to heal your father, your paternal lineage. I do an amazing reading on ancestral pattern healing. I talk about stuff with the father, stuff with the mother, what you've acquired, and which line you are here to heal. People drop their jaws when they get those readings. If you're interested in that, if you go to CapellaWellness.com, you go to the healing section of my Capella service suite, you will find that ancestral pattern healing. It is one of the most powerful readings that I do. And it gets you, it illuminates your well-being. It helps you to see the truth about your own life and your past life stuff. Okay? Some of you guys, I talked about the healing. Healing is all over this. You want that ultimate life, you got to do the ultimate healing. You can't avoid that. Consult an expert. See what I was saying? More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. That's why I said with the hermit, finding a mentor, okay? A teacher. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. All right. Let's look at the Father Healing card. Some of you have completed your father healing, okay? Or something with a father figure, which is why you're having this ultimate life here. Remember to take what resonates. Make sure you're honest with your situation. This card shows you that you still have some father issues left to heal. The healing doesn't need to take a lot of time. It simply requires your willingness to be free of any old anger, grief, or fear related to your male parent. Universal energies are either male or female. Male energy is expansive and giving. Female energy is nurturing, receptive. If we're unhealed with respect to our father, the universe seems to be ungenerous. If we're unhealed towards our mother, we won't accept the gifts that God, the universe offers us. I guess they wanted me to say that God offers us. Yes. The more you focus on the spiritual truth of your father, the more your heart will be receptive to the universe's continuous and all-encompassing giving. Accept your rightful bounty and open your arms to your divine inheritance. Affirm, I now focus on the love that is the spiritual truth of my father, and I hereby balance any karma between us. I now let go of everything but the love and the lessons of my relationship with my father. There is a cold hard truth for some of you. Some of you are supposed to be the golden link for your paternal line. Others of you, this could even be, maybe if you're a father, you are healing from maybe feeling like a poor parent, a poor dad, or something like that. This could also be where maybe if you have a child, or you had a child with, you had a child with somebody else, maybe whoever the father of your child is, maybe you need to heal because of that person. That could be the father healing. Okay, take it how it resonates. Whoever comes to mind with this, some of you, it's literally your dad. There's abandonment issues or being rejected by your father. Maybe you didn't have a father growing up, okay? Or maybe you married somebody who's the father of your kids and they left you and the kids. Take it how it resonates. However it is, you guys got to focus on this. It's a lot of healing that needs to be done. It's blocking you from your bliss. A new dawn. Okay. You've endured storms over rough seas. And I was talking about freaking hurricanes and tornadoes. But now the way is clear and smooth. From here on in, you can expect the best. Wash away the negativity from your consciousness and past memories and keep only the positive lessons in love. Don't hang on to anything that could weigh you down, such as resentment or bitterness. Let it go. If you've gone through patterns of negativity in the past, this is the time to affirm, I now release the need to experience this life lesson. I extract whatever teachings I need to discover, and I move on to a life of harmonious and peaceful actions. By pulling this card, you've turned a corner in your life wherein your prayers and positive thoughts are delivering new rays of divine light to illuminate your present and future illumination. That's why I'm here to illuminate your well-being, and that's why I use tarot to do that. That is what this stuff should be used for. Let's see what you need to let go of. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What does Gemini need to let go of at this time? Please and thank you. Forget what has already been and wake up tomorrow to a paradise of your own creation. Let go of the past. Let go of bitterness and resentment, especially towards your father or some sort of father figure. All right? It's not helping you, Gemini. Dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. See, watch your thoughts. Again, it's at the top of the deck. Think about what you desire, not what you fear. Don't think about the bitterness and the anger and what's happened that was not pleasant. It doesn't do you any good. You actually create a reality of negativity when you have that in your mindset and in your heart, the negative stuff. Let's see what your wellness message is. What wellness message do we have for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. I was talking about harmony. Green jasper, turquoise, and labradorite are crystals that can help you with being more balanced, being more in harmony with yourself. You want a more harmonious life? You got to be in harmony with yourself, and you got to live a harmonious life. You want harmonious sacred union with your counterpart? You got to be in that balance. Okay? What did I talk about the solar plexus chakra? Shine. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. Moonakite can help with this. Some of you got to focus on your solar plexus chakra healing, your vitality, your life force energy, that power, that personal power. The star card. You're here to be a beacon of light for others, guys. You are made of stardust. So keep shining, keep sparkling. I did say somebody's going to be in the spotlight. Somebody is really going to be shining more light to the world here. All right, let's look at the love stuff. Love and relationships, because you know me, I don't like to focus so much on love, because if you are not the love and you don't do the healing, the true love won't come in. That's just the bottom line. Let's see what's going on with love and relationships for, oh, did I not? Oh, I put it up there. What's going on with love and relationships for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. Oh, okay. Huh? What was I saying? Demonstrate love. You've got to show the love to the world. You got to be it if you want to experience that love in your world. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Bottom of the deck is speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. If you speak condescending words, unloving words to people, guess what? That's going to come back to you. There's also something about somebody here, maybe your father didn't demonstrate love to you, and they didn't speak the language of love to you. That's for somebody here. All right, 48. Maybe that number is significant to you. This is the first time this card has ever come out, Gemini. You're the first one to get this. People often give clues about what is important to them. You can show your affection for someone by listening when they have a lot to say, going for a walk with them, helping with chores, or planning a vacation together. Paying attention to what others are telling you can help you understand how to love them better. Create time for someone in your life no matter what you have in your schedule. Make finding moments for those you love a priority. Those who love you understand you are busy, so when you change your day for someone, it does not go unnoticed. There are so many ways to show someone you are thinking of them. Send flowers, an email, text, or make a phone call. Preparing a favorite meal for someone or running an errand to alleviate stress are simple ways of showing your love. An angel adorned with flowers has scenes of kindness and love depicted in her wings. This is a gentle reminder of the ways you can show love to those around you. The angel has a hibiscus flower in her hair. It is time for a clear demonstration of happiness and delight. Sometimes you need to do a little bit more to express love to those around you. And actions speak louder than words, right? That's what they always say. Speak the language of love at the bottom of the deck. A positive attitude works wonders in creating more love around you. Allow yourself to really express yourself positively. Use only wholesome words when speaking to others or even about yourself. Be conscious of any language you may use out of habit and be willing to release this to create more positive energy around you. Doing this will bring more love to you. Often, your exact words or actions won't be remembered. People tend to recall how something you did or said made them feel. Taking a moment to choose words that are more loving can have such an amazing impact on others. Thinking about how you convey your message will have a profound and loving impact on others. Treat conversations with others as an occasion to discover something original. Consider the other person's point of view and treat them with compassion. There will be many opportunities to state your case or impart your viewpoint. Two young nature beings gaze lovingly at a newborn dragon sitting on a rose. Dragons may be helpful guardians as well as educators. They can help you heal the aspect of yourself that keeps you in fear mode when you are communicating. The full moon behind the sprite suggests there is an opportunity to release a pattern that no longer serves you. Trust your ability to speak your truth in a loving manner. There's truth all over this too. Truth in healing. Love heals. The truth heals. Bottom line. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this helped you. If you like a personal reading or you want to sign up for my 14-day free trial for one of my Capella memberships, you get exclusive content to stuff that helps supplement these readings. You will get access to member-only live sessions. I will have monthly drawings for free readings for those who are members. You get private access to my mobile app where you can access all of my exclusive content in the mobile app. You can do it on the web too, but since a lot of you use your phones, there's an app there. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for the app. You get all of my content and you can talk to me directly there. You can book your readings there, anything else there, meet with other people. Yeah, so there's other stuff. A lot of other stuff that I put out there to help the collective with their healing, especially, and their ascension process. So check out the description box below. It will take you to a link that will take you to my website that has all the different tiers on there. Okay? Cancel at any time. If you want to keep it, perfect. All right? You have any questions about the memberships or anything in general or my services? I talked about the ancestral pattern healing. That will be excellent for this. Consult an expert for that or whomever you feel like can help you with this. Check out the description box below to take you to my service suite. Go to CapellaWellness.com. Check out everything there. Okay? All right, guys. That concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jasmine Capella Wellness, starring out.